Okay, so images and the galleries can be, really powerful learning tools. And so we could do something very, very simple. For instance, if I'm teaching the book thief in class and I want to show some images from Auschwitz, I could Google search, Auschwitz images and get a whole slew of images by just tapping the image tab at the top. So the only, thing that you might want to consider here is to not maybe do this in front of the whole class. There might be images, especially with this particular topic, that may be really, really hard to see for some students. So this is where you may get inspired and find websites such as the Museum of Jewish Heritage. Go to that website and maybe pull some images from there to curate for your own gallery. Another thing we can do is just Google search, Ernest Hemingway, for instance. And what's really nice is at the very beginning, it gives us all sorts of information about the author or the topic that we're particularly looking for. It's got the about information. And I think a lot of this does come from Wikipedia, but I have to say Wikipedia has gone a long way in the last little bit. And of course, once you search that particular author, you'll be able to find obviously a lot of information, Britannica, which we'll get to in just a little bit, the Hemingway home, and things like that. So another thing as far as Google searching goes is to actually utilize the AI. So here I've asked Google, what are some great websites for Ernest Hemingway images? And the AI overview gives me specific websites that I may not have thought about before, that when I tap on this particular link, like nobelprize.org, it gives me the website right here to the right, and I can click on that and then go to that website. So another place that is a really great place to go, especially if you're looking for photos in American history or with an American topic, is our own Smithsonian. They have a whole EDU section just for teachers. And for instance, I've put in the Japanese internment camps here in the United States. And I've been able to get images from both the internment camps in Arkansas and some in California. So that's another place. Smithsonian's a great resource for images, especially if they're artifacts too. They'll have those, those photographs that they've set up for us to be able to see. So the next one is just searching for that author, as I did with Ernest Hemingway, but going to the museum sites of the author. So I can actually go to Mark Twain's home and see, a virtual tour or images of, his actual furniture and where he sat and where he was inspired to write some of his novels and stories. And then the final place, and I mentioned this earlier, is good old Britannica. They're still around, and they do a really good job not only of curating information about topics such as authors and books, but if you look over here on the left, they actually have a whole section just for the media that they're using as part of that. So here's all sorts of videos, and if I keep scrolling, I'll find the images down here as well that I'll be able to bring in and use with my students if I need to. So I'm not even covering the surface of options that we have to bring all these images to our classes. Simple searches put us into museums, websites dedicated to novels, and archival databases of options. Now, don't forget, with any of these resources, audio, visual, videos, images, songs, that you can actually split the screen on the CreateBoard and have that particular audio visual on one side of the screen and a whiteboarding app on the other side, where you'll be able to take notes and have discussions with your students about what they're seeing or what they're listening to. So now that we've created and explored the audio visual with video, audio, music, and images, let's consider interactive activities to use with our students.